Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 11. Today's intention is the practice of Vipassana. Vipassana meditation changed my life. The first time that I experienced Vipassana was actually about 8 years ago. And I was introduced to the practice by a friend. And it was actually in a safe space at a spiritual center in Los Angeles. And the first time that I practiced Vipassana, which is essentially a type of meditation, of course, the thing that stood out to me most was the fact that I was led into a place, invited into a place that existed right inside of me, and I was allowed to be there for as long as I wanted. And all that was required was stillness and quiet. And as I experienced that for the very first time, I said to myself, wow, how did I not find this a long time ago? Who's been hiding this thing called Vipassana meditation? But I also recognized that it came at a time in my life where I was open and ready to receive it, which is how all the good stuff comes in. The universe doesn't like to bop us over the head with good stuff. It likes to allow us to find it and discover it. And so when we do, we appreciate it that much more. I connected deeper with Vipassana when I went to a retreat in Joshua Tree about 3 years ago. And the intention of the retreat was to be in a space of complete silence and to be in a space of meditation for about 8 to 10 hours a day. Practicing a vegan diet, sleeping on a different schedule, no interaction with electronics, no real interaction with even anyone else who was in the space. And it was transformational. It allowed me to be able to tap into the highest parts of my consciousness that I have reached without the assistance of any plant medicine of any kind. And those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean. What I mean is that no DMT, no ayahuasca, no peyote, no cannabis, just me, my breath, my thoughts, my brain, my body. Being able to reach these heights of consciousness was really powerful for me. The term Vipassana loosely means to see things as they really are. And while that seems simple enough, we don't realize how much programming and story and idea and supposed tos and plans of other people and projections and rejections and all these things are piled on top of us. And it sometimes clouds our vision and it impedes our ability to see. So Vipassana serves as a remover of the veil that we wear around our vision sometimes, and to show us things as they really are. And that process can be very jarring for some. It can be very emotional. It can literally stop you in your tracks when you actually look deep into yourself. And believe it or not, because our minds are so filled with judgments and supposed tos, we might be looking at the same thing that we've seen time and time again, but we see it with a new lens, a new perspective, a new point of view. We often project what we think things are, and we make meaning of things that may actually not exist based on our experiences, our stories, our judgments. So when you learn to practice Vipassana, what you are doing is you're introducing a new way of thinking that actually requires a lot less thinking and a lot more knowing. It's one thing to think something, it's another thing to know something. And the practice of Vipassana is a very gentle technique. It's also very thorough. We've touched on it a bit in our meditations, the ones that we've done on Instagram and the ones that we've done in the course. It involves the part where we're guiding ourselves into our bodies, scanning the body, allowing yourself to connect to the breathing that's happening in the body, and allowing yourself to drop in to a quiet place. And while you're recognizing the feelings and sensations that are happening, you're doing so without judgment, without expectation. So today's meditation, we're going to practice something we've already kind of done before, which is a seated meditation. But today we're going to do something a little bit different, incorporating the hands. So if you haven't already, go ahead and find your comfortable seat. And just begin to drop in by deepening and lengthening the breath. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Soften the space between the eyebrows, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Following the natural rhythm and flow of your own deep breath. Beginning to check in and scan the body. As you scan each and every part, beginning with the crown of the head, working your way down through the shoulders, the back, the belly, arms, legs, toes. Softening as you go, recognizing any areas that stand out a little bit more. You may notice subtle sensations across the skin, tickling, itching, warming up, maybe cooling down. You may feel an urge to move. See if you can rise above it. Rise above the sensations in the body. Rise above the thoughts of distraction in the mind. Allow yourself to sit comfortably. As you move into a space of silence, find comfort. Allow yourself to sip in the sweetness of stillness. In the end, you will hear the sound of the bell. In the meantime, give yourself space to breathe. Become the observer. Know that you are in a safe, quiet, and sacred space. Deepening the breath here. Remaining in this moment. Taking notice of the sounds you hear without judgment. Taking notice of the feelings that you feel. Let them rise to the surface and remain present where you are. Remaining connected to the breath, allowing deep inhale and exhale to create movement in the body. Wiggling the fingers and toes, gently turning the head from left to right. Bringing the chin down toward the chest, palms together at the heart as you bow the head to the heart. And honor yourself for showing up, for trying something different and creating something new. I honor each of you and appreciate you for allowing me to be your guide and to share this beautiful practice with you. I proclaim peace, prosperity, and pure joy over your life as I do mine. Gently begin to blink the eyes open when you're ready. Now cup the palms over the eyes, allow the eyes to fall closed once more. Once the eyes are fully open, go ahead and bring the hands down and away from the face. Take notice of any difference. The invitation today, as you practice Vipassana, is simply to take notice, even of the small stuff. As always, may you be blissful and blessed. Peace, y'all. Namaste.